Now then, boys, we're going to be looking at this Diamond Gym thing that I keep hearing about. Let's see what it's all about.
Everybody 30 burpees.
Bro,
F you. Now.
Yo, what am I supposed to do?
Die.
What
Fair. Die. It's got to be a joke, right? Like, this whole thing. I've heard a little bit about it, but what? There's no way these people could really take themselves seriously, right?
Die.
You got Brogan Shrek over here running a boot camp for overprivileged youths.
Yeah, I guess it is. If you really think you've got time for that kind of thing, maybe you are an overprivileged youth. This guy's editing.
Not to be alarmist
sick.
or
I
anything,
like his,
but lately
intro.
we have seen what can only be described as a plague. But this plague, instead of being spread by rats and killed by science, was spread by science and killed the rats. The gym
All right, fair, yeah. I mean, can't argue with facts.
rats. Or so they thought. Now you see, science-based lifting is a term used to describe a style of lifting designed to find the path of least resistance in resistance training. In other words, taking the work out of working out.
Yeah, I think he's kind of got a point. Like, well, to a certain extent, right? You know, yes, you're going to work hard. You got to work hard. You can work hard and stupid. That's called being a busy idiot, right? But I do think he's got a point. Like, there is some hardness to it. Like, and you can't just science your way into making it easy, right?
Weight out of weight training and the size out of exercise. Now, science-based lifters claim to use science to find the most optimal way to achieve the most suboptimal body, obsessing over every...
Yeah, it's kind of true. Like, the people that are really, really pushing the science-based approach, they often look terrible. I hate to say it, but it's a lot of naturals, to be honest. For some reason, it's very popular with naturals. I don't know why, but yeah. Even if you're natural, you don't have to look crap. But I promise you, the answer is not in 15 different resistance bands for one exercise, right?
every piece of data.
Can I just say, by the way, resistance bands, if you are male and using resistance bands, what are you doing? Like, I think you need to hand in your straight card, because it's well expired if you're using them.
In every study, turning the gym into a laboratory.
And before someone goes, oh yeah, but I've got specific injury, XYZ. Yeah, okay, fine, for your specific thing, or your specific training need, or whatever, right? But, geez, like, most men do not need to be messing around with resistance bands, okay? Just lift some weights, be normal, all right?
And gym rats into lab rats. But these so-called scientists enter the Diamond Gym, the most dangerous gym in the world.
Which, yeah, I mean, is that really a title you want, the most dangerous gym in the world? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to the gym to encounter danger, to be honest. There seems to be this weird macho thing, and yeah, it used to be more like that than it is now. Like, you used to be all scared of the meatheads, but you know, I don't think anyone is now. I don't think there's anything really intimidating about big fat guys throwing around weights, is there? I don't know, just me.
Then, of course, the Bally's Total Fitness in Queens, they gave me
Another thing usually, like, is hoodies. Like, they want you to have a hoodie on. It's not a vanity show. We're not here to, like, look at ourselves in the mirror and just, it's more of, like, wear the hoodie so you cover everything.
Hoodies? Wear a hoodie?
What is the point, right? Now, just stay with me, right? What is the point of wearing a hoodie at the gym when that is where you work out? You're supposed to look at the body parts, okay? The point is, you go to the gym to get better muscles, yeah? Right? really basic logic there. So why would you cover them up in the place you're supposed to be working on them? It makes no sense. And it kind of speaks to something. I think I've seen some other clips of this, and it kind of speaks to something I think we're going to see in a minute, where the people that probably made that rule about the hoodies up are in terrible shape. Either they don't have any muscles, so they want everyone to cover their muscles, or they're fat, and then they want to be able to wear a hoodie and everyone else wear a hoodie, and then nobody else actually gets to look good because everyone's wearing a hoodie, right? It's exactly the kind of thing a fat person would make up.
In the gym? What is this, the Middle East? I'm not trying to wear a fucking body burqa. I'm not trying to be oppressed.
It'd be really hot as well doing that.
Be impressed by my own pump. The whole reason I go to the gym is to see myself with a pump. It's the only thing that keeps me coming back. It's like those dudes in Inception who take opium so they can dream. Except it's a wet dream. No jewelry. The only chain you should be wearing.
I mean, to be fair, like, if you're wearing rings and bracelets and expensive watches in the gym, yeah, that's nah, bro. It's a bit zesty, man. Bit zesty. Like, you can wear a chain, I get that, but how are you going to be lifting weights when you got rings on? Like, come on. Like, do you not remember in PE when you were younger, and you know, people weren't allowed to wear jewelry? It's just self and safety, mate. You know. So I don't know. Yeah, you can wear a little bit of jewelry, of course, but you got hoop earrings on. Then first of all, what are you doing? But yeah, just I don't know. I think it's kind of like when girls come fully made up, like they got like a full face of makeup on to come to the gym. That's kind of what I think guys wearing, like they're like iced up head to toe. Like, yeah, what are you doing? Like, it just looks silly. I don't know why you need a rule about it though. There doesn't need to be a rule about it. Just anyone who does that's weird. And it's the same person that comes to the gym in jeans.
From your dick and holding plates like a buffet line.
No closing your eyes during sets.
No closing your eyes.
Okay, no closing your eyes during sets.
Now they're just trying to make up. They're looking for stuff to make it difficult.
Dare get on your knees. That's an act of surrender, defeat. I don't get on my knees for nothing. I pray.
Do you reckon they have like people watching this, like the warden looking at everyone doing press-ups? Oh, you got on your knees. Oh, I got to do more press-ups for you.
Standing up. I make my girl get down on both knees when I propose to her. And I don't pop the question, I pop the answer. You will marry me. Because you can't take no for an answer if there's no question. So why are you questioning yourself?
Crazy motherfuckers from here, bro. When you see on social media, it's way worse in real life.
What a surprise those two are there.
This is one of the most challenging sessions I've ever had.
But this is kind of what, like, it takes the credibility away from it, right? If Larry Wheels is saying that, you need to, like, this is where I think just apply critical thinking. Anyone who's like drawn in with this, apply critical thinking. One of the strongest people, you know, in powerlifting, is famous for it. You know, it's not like top, but you know, he's up there. He's in the elite category. He's saying that this is one of the hardest workouts he's ever had. So you question, well, that's funny because everyone here isn't nearly as good as him, right? So why would you follow their advice if he doesn't train like them, and yeah, he's stronger and bigger. You know, so it's like yeah, he kind of throws the whole thing into question. Like, you'd be expecting him to come there and be like, yeah, this is good, this is what I do, if they were right in their training philosophy. I don't know if it needs to be said because it's pretty obvious, but you don't ever need to be like, that kid like retarded or something? I don't know. He kind of looks it from the face. Yeah, like you don't need to be throwing up. It's just not necessary. And anyone that says that is just chatting absolute rubbish.
I don't give a f. Everybody 30 burpees. Bro, fuck you.
That guy couldn't do 30 burpees. The dude barking orders, and it's kind of like I said, isn't it? Yeah, you know, he's wearing a big sweatshirt and he's fat. I don't know if he might be big under there. I could be talking absolute rubbish, but I don't care if he's fat or muscly. That guy cannot do burpees, I promise you.
And it's colorful. 35.
Look at the size of his head and his face. There's no way that man is athletic.
Now.
Yo, what am I supposed to do?
Dodge.
What do you mean? That doesn't make
Dodge.
Now, is being afraid to be corny? Were you afraid that someone's gonna tease you for caring about something? How are you gonna get cyberbullied, dude? You're getting taken down by a dude whose loadout is a keyboard and an anonymous profile pic. Why are you hating in the first?
Whoa, that gun is sick. Can we just go back to that? Where is that? That was sick.
Of all, is being afraid to be corny. Were you afraid that someone's gonna tease you for caring about something? How are you gonna get cyberbullied, dude? You're getting taken down by a dude whose loadout is a keyboard and
Bro, I want that. Like, that is sick. Is that like a Logitech logo as well? So cool. Yeah, I want that.
an anonymous profile pic. Why are you hating in the first place? Me? I'm a professional hater.
Do you know what? Yeah, that first base take that they've said, lifting straps. What you know what I was saying about zestiest things to do in the gym, like include resistance bands. The second zestiest thing is lifting straps. There are very few situations where it is, I think, necessary and socially acceptable to be using lifting straps. Very, very few. I think, like, people are using them for the. I mean, to be fair, that's a lot of weight, but yeah, like, why? I mean, this guy's obviously trying to lift more weight, and maybe the powerlifting thing. I don't know if there's like equipped lifts, right, where you can use straps and things like that. So if he's using it for that, whatever. But you know, I'm not morally against them, but most people will never really need them. You know, if you're training, like say if you're doing a row or a deadlift, you need your grip to get stronger. Otherwise, what's the point of doing the exercise? Are you doing the exercise just to like move the weight from A to B? Because if you are, then you're doing powerlifting, and that's what you're training for. But if you're doing the exercise to build muscle, then why would you allow your body to get out of sync? You know, train you back to be stronger than your grip strength is. That makes no sense, right?
Shut the fuck up, Flacco. You can't hit him
Fair. Simple way of putting it, I guess.
Put a cord.
Do you know what though? Like, wait. So, resistance bands and lifting straps, zesty. Wearing a weight belt around your waist because you're fat. I don't know what that is, but yeah, it's not cool, man. Nobody thinks you're cool. And there's always a guy that does this, right? There's always a guy in the gym and he's sort of all the time, screaming, walking around with a big belly, but he's got a belt on, so it kind of sucks it in a bit. And it's probably the best he's looked all day, you know, because it's the only thing that makes him look slimmer. Yeah, just don't be doing that, man.
No goldfish or shark.
Like, look at that back though. I mean, to be fair, the guy's strong, but I don't know. Take the belt off, man.
That's how you do.
I hope they bully him for that because that is horrific. I don't care about the weight. I'm looking at a terrible range of motion.
50. I like that high move, nigga.
Oh, finally! Oh, it's the first time he actually did one.
Let's work, man. Come on. Wait. Come on. No, don't quit. Don't quit. Come on, man. Go.
He's not doing any reps.
2.
Right, these are not reps, okay? Please, on the leg press, people need to do proper reps. Like, it doesn't have to be in your face, but it's not a 1 inch movement, okay? You're supposed to, it's like simulating a squat, but from a different angle. Like, what? It should be intuitive, right? But they're not helping him. So yeah, this is not looking good for Diamond Jim.
3 racket.
They should know
Get up
this.
and give me my fucking squats.
Now, they lift beyond failure. And what's beyond failure? Success or a severed spine. But hey, sometimes...
Yeah, and that is what it'll be, right? The thing is, the leg press is actually a good one for training to failure, though, because you can do it quite safely in comparison to something like squats. Because you're just not going to get crushed under the weight, especially if you use a leg machine that has some kind of catch for it. But there is not this need to go like, beyond failure. Because at some point you got to ask yourself, like, why do I want to risk injury that badly? How much muscle are you going to build when you're injured? None, right?
That's just the cost of success. And now people are like, oh, that's...
Come on. You're sick. You're more than halfway there. Go.
Oh, he's actually doing
One
reps
thing
now.
that science-based lifting and Diamond Gym have in common is the reps and the fact that there's only half of them. But the main difference is
My point.
science-based lifting does half reps to do half the work, while Diamond Gym does half reps to do double the work for what? Like when a bottle girl hits 28 and has to become a real estate agent. You physically can't do it anymore. You don't have to think about it. Either you can or you can't. But when you do 100 reps, you quit before you fail. You think you can't do anymore, and then you get one more, and then one more. It becomes a mental exercise. So yeah, the Diamond Gym might seem like it's mentally challenged, but really, it's mentally challenging. And science-based lifters out here trying to...
Yeah, I mean, like, it's probably good for everybody's social element. I think it's nice to just get a lot of men in a room and be like all growling at each other and lifting weights and pumping iron. There's a nice side of that. It kind of just reminds me of like Fight Club. Like that's the kind of thing. The kind of thing they're getting from it. They're getting some macho energy from it. But I don't know, mate. I think for me, I'd rather train with a bit of peace, not have someone shouting in my ear. I just don't think it is necessary.